How do you test an ignition control module? Testing an ignition control module is essential for diagnosing any issues with your car's ignition system. The process might seem daunting at first, but with a bit of patience and the right tools, you can do it yourself. Below, I'll walk you through the steps you'll need to take. Remember, safety first. Ensure the vehicle is off and the keys are out before you start. Visual inspection. Start with a visual inspection. Look for any obvious signs of wear and tear or damage to the module itself and related wiring. Cracks, corrosion, or loose connections can be the culprit behind ignition problems. Check for spark. One of the most straightforward tests is to check if the spark plugs are receiving any spark. Remove a spark plug, plug it back into its wire, hold it near a metal surface on the engine, and have someone crank the engine while you watch for a spark. No spark could indicate an issue with the ignition module. Use a multimeter. A more detailed way to test an ignition control module is with a multimeter, which measures voltage, current, and resistance. You'll be using it to check for continuity and make sure electricity flows where it's supposed to. 1. Locate the ignition module. First, find your vehicle's ignition control module. For specifics, refer to your car's service manual. In Portland, Oregon, where the weather can be a bit unpredictable, make sure you're working in a dry area to avoid any electrical mishaps. 2. Disconnect the battery. Always disconnect the battery before you start poking around to avoid shocks or accidental shorts. 3. Set your multimeter. Set your multimeter to the ohm setting to measure resistance. 4. Test each terminal. Consult your vehicle's service manual to find out what the resistance specifications are for your module. Test each terminal by placing one of the multimeter's probes on the terminal and the other on the module's body or ground. The readings should match the specifications. If not, you may have found your problem. Look for heat damage. Ignition control modules can fail because of excessive heat. After you've done a spark and multimeter test, inspect the module for any signs of overheating or burnt spots, which can be a telltale sign of failure. Professional diagnosis. If these steps don't point to a clear issue or you don't feel comfortable conducting them yourself, it might be time to get a professional diagnosis. Auto shops have specialized tools that can more accurately diagnose issues with ignition control modules. While I might enjoy the serene environment of Portland's outdoors, there's a different kind of satisfaction that comes from diagnosing car problems. The key is to approach the task methodically and safely. Remember, while working on your vehicle can be rewarding, there's no shame in seeking professional help when needed. Testing an ignition control module might require a bit of effort, but understanding your vehicle's needs is part of the journey of car ownership. Stay safe and happy troubleshooting.